Okay, I left off part three. This is part four. My disk is getting full, and I can only do these in short periods, so I'll try to hurry up. Where we left off the last video, my son had gotten a car accident, came to the house to let me know, which was two houses down, let me know that he had gotten an accident so he could come back out to the scene and I could help him with the situation. You know, he was in front of our house. They charged him with hit and run, criminal damage, leaving. Yeah, I did something else anyway. So they charged him with all this stuff. He spent the night in jail. They would not give him any water for like 10 hours. It's 115 degrees this day. I tried to give him some water, and they're like, nah, he can't have any of that. Never gave him any kind of DUI test, blood test, anything like that. They just released him the next morning. If they were so concerned that he had something in his system, that he threw something in this plant that they're digging around on my front porch, that they say they're going to lock my house down and get a warrant, lock my house down so I can't enter and then search my home. Here we go. Have a listen.
This is my property, so I didn't give anybody permission to go on my property. So I'm just going to ask you guys to leave, please, because you're trespassing.
Want a place where we're allowed to be conducting a scene of an accident?
Okay.
Hit and run where your son failed to stay?
Okay.
Right there. He stayed. His car is right down the street here. Came and knocked on my door. This guy is finding me guilty and using this right here, using this badge, this taser, this gun, and his authority, the power behind him, to just tell me he's going to do whatever he wants. And if I argued with him right there, if I would have said, you know what, fuck you, go get a warrant, man. Go get one. He probably would have had the power to go get one, and he would have made my life hell that day. So I couldn't even respond to him. I'm just, okay, all right.
We can be there if we have witnesses that prove to show that we have evidence.
Okay, on my property?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we need to, we'll have your property locked down, and we'll draw a search warrant to get the evidence that we need. So
notice he
you
came
can be
back
compliant
on the
with it
property
and let us do what we need to do
me.
because of your son's failure.
Just to tell me, you know what, fuck you. I'll stand right here if I want. Notice his Grim Reaper tattoo? And this guy is former Army or Marine Corps.
Failure to act the way he should have, or we'll just do things a more difficult way. It's up to you.
Okay.
Those are your two options.
All right.
Actually,
Okay?
it's up to you,
No
buddy.
threats, no coercion. That's just what the law states.
We
believe that we have evidence that links him to what he did,
Who's they?
and it shows that he was under the influence of something. Then we'll lock your house down, and nobody will be able to come in here, and we'll just draw a search warrant for it.
All right. And I'm just recording this for posterity, just for my records. I'm not trying to put you on YouTube or anything like that.
Feel that you need to do.
Okay.
Perfectly fine.
And that's why I put him on YouTube, because he said, you can do whatever you want to do, feel perfectly fine. Notice the ammo strip right here. Hey, thanks for your service, man, but don't come to my house and just accuse me of things that just these people, that my neighbors that are paid gang stalkers that harass me every single day are going to lie about. You just take their word because they're on your neighborhood watch team and I'm targeted. It's not how it works.
Just
stay here and don't let anybody around.
I didn't do anything. I'm driving the right way. I'm going to the post office.
So this is the post office I go to on a daily basis, every 2 days, maybe 3 days if I'm lagging. It's a one-way traffic. One-way traffic. About 100 times in a row, somebody entered that parking lot going the wrong way, meeting me heads up, or as I'm trying to pull into a parking space, pull in that direction and block me from parking. So I have to back up and just sit there and wait for them, and then they just sit there and take up time. This lady did the exact same thing. I'm trying to pull into the parking lot and pull into a parking space. She guns her car and pulls right in front of me to where if I keep going, I'm going to hit her. So I backed up, I turned my camera on, I pulled my car around her, I parked my car, and I told her she's going the wrong way, and this was her reaction. This was very, this was maybe a few weeks before I got arrested. This was in between the time that I put that video up of the police officer laughing at me, telling me that she knew a targeted individual that died but couldn't tell me anything about it because it's an investigation. This was right after I uploaded that video.
Give a fuck.
Good. Do what you want. It's a free country.
For one motherfucking second.
Keep going.
Huh?
Keep going.
Exactly. No, I'll be back, and you better be here, motherfucker. It wouldn't have affected you for shit to stay there for a second. Now, let's see what happens next.
Let's see what happens next. Guess what happened next? I got set up on January 4th and was arrested. So, black SUV, paper plates. Imagine that. So that white truck right there, that belonged to Russell Roberts, the guy that claimed that I pointed a firearm at him and that claimed that he didn't know what gang stalking was. And then he all of a sudden knew what gang stalking was. He was waiting in his truck. When I got out, he got out and walked in and just stood there digging through some chips, staring at me, leering at me. Came around where I was, made sure he got real nice and close, and just like they do. And then there was another white car. Actually, there was about 4 white cars in the parking lot at that time. They were all together. They all left at the exact same time that I left. And then as I'm leaving the parking lot, again, they put the reverse lights on, start backing up right as you're going by. They do this repeatedly to put you in fear. Like if somebody starts backing up, you get that, whoa, geez, this person's going to back into me. They do this constantly. I can't get through a parking lot without this happening. So here we go. There we go.
BGV0995.
They started backing up. I didn't catch them backing up. They started backing up. And then this guy was just sitting there watching. And right when I go around the corner, he starts backing up.
BTJ4033
In his white truck.
ATC. Environmental.
Now at this point, my window is already down. His window is up. He rolls his window down, makes contact with me. I was reading the side of his truck. I was going to give this information to some kind of private investigator if I could afford it, or just have it on video to look at it later, research the company, see if this company has government contracts, which guess what they do. ATC Geo, whatever. I have it written down.
Geotechnological. Oh, I'll just do a little research on some gang stalkers. You ever heard of that?
Gang stalkers?
Yeah, go look it up.
Why, what's a gang stalker?
Somebody that you might be.
Somebody that I might be?
Yeah, look up gang stalking. Gang stalking, yeah.
Heard of that. What is
Okay, so notice how he just went from gang stalking? What is that? I've never heard of that. And then all of a sudden, he says, I've heard of that. So he changed his mind in like, what, 2 seconds? From, no, I haven't heard of that, to I've heard of that? What is, you know?
Look it up. Do some research. Yeah.